Jury selection is underway in the trial of 3 former Memphis police officers charged with violating Tyree Nichols' civil rights in his beating death in January 2023. The officers are charged with violating Tyree Nichols' civil rights during the beating, which was caught on video. Among the charges they face are that they used excessive force in violating his civil rights and willful indifference in ignoring Tyree Nichols while he was slumped on the floor, on the ground after the beating. Those penalties, those carry penalties if they are convicted of all the charges of up to life in prison. The judge did ask questions of the jurors about whether they had seen media coverage and whether they could view graphic police video during the trial. One juror said that she knew through news reports that one of the officers that had been charged in the case had already pleaded guilty, and another juror said she could have trouble watching graphic use of force video. Rovon Wells, who is Tyre Nichols' mother, and Tyre Nichols' stepfather, Rodney Wells, were sitting next to each other in the courtroom. At one moment, Rodney Wells put his arm around his wife, and she leaned her head on his shoulder during the jury selection. The judge read a list of potential witnesses for the trial, including some recognizable names. One officer, Preston Hemphill, who was fired after his involvement in the Tyree Nichols traffic stop, and another Lieutenant Dwayne Smith, who was allowed to retire before he could be fired. Also on the potential witness list are Emmett Martin III and Desmond Mills Jr., who are 2 of the officers who have already pleaded guilty in this case.